Alrighty then, we are up and running, folks. Hello, Internet. How we doing? So, we got the Otakon panel in a bit. I figured I'd start up early just because we have some stuff to talk about before it gets going. Also, hey, a pre-show with the title card for like the first time ever because I don't do those since we're doing something specific. So you'll probably see we got blocky stuff to talk about, but want to point out a couple things. First and foremost, can't show the stream on stream for copyright purposes because it's all anime and live action stuff that Discotek will be showing via trailers and the like for their panel. Can't show the stream on stream. So instead, down on the left of the screen, there's the time. Shows what currently the time is. This is mostly for right now, since the premiere won't have a running time code on it. So this will help folks sync up to what I'm seeing if they so desire. Bottom right is a little live split timer. That's for after the fact and also just how long the stream's been going. I'll get that running once Discotek starts. And if you want to, I don't know, sync this up after the fact, it's there. Also, pinned up in the top of chat is a link to the stream itself. You can go click that and throw it in another tab. Anywho, we've got, one last thing. We'll be using Discotek's Blue Sky for visual purposes. So I'll be throwing up the panels they throw up on their Blue Sky to kind of like give a visual for what's going on in the stream. So all that said, hey, look, it's the blocky set that everyone's basically been waiting on since we got the listing that put the name Battlestars on it. So this is Defenders 8. I hope. Yes, Defenders 8. I was like, I hope it's 8 and not a different number because I forgot. So this is the Battlestars one that people have been waiting on, seeing what it's in. So we've got basically Star Optimus Prime or Star Convoy and Super Megatron leading the wave. Got their vanilla versions. We got slightly better painted versions for chases, and then big fancy versions for super chases. We also got trailer for Star Optimus and I guess a vehicle mode for Super Megatron. Additionally, we've got Swoop and Dino mode, Sky Gary, Shatterglass Goldbug, Tarn, Windblade, RC, Drift, and a clear plastic glittering smokescreen. That's your lineup. Cool stuff all around. It's nice to see Windblade. Yeah, that's our lineup. We'll probably see some photos, some proper photos. Probably should be in the next week or so. Because this in the Transformers Blocky's Wheels Wave. Or Blocky's Wheels Transformers 4 words. Both of those are out at retail. I assume in China. So we should be seeing pictures of them within the next week, since they're out and available. Next up, SRW had their 35th anniversary live stream this morning, and I was up to watch it For reference, folks, I've only been awake for about 4 hours because I basically slept all day because my sleep schedule has been flipped pretty badly recently. But a couple things that they announced, relevant stuff we talk about. For SRWY, they announced the 1.4 update, which will push forward the Anniversary Expansion Pack, which is the last DLC for SRWY. 33 new missions, 12 new weapons, 5 new playable characters, 1 new assist crew member, and a bonus mission. And as a part of this, a free update that gives 2 commemorative missions, 1 for sales, 1 for the anniversary, a boost mode, which basically doubles all your resource gains, but keeps the combat difficulty as like normal. The pilot level cap is up to 200 now, and then various bug fixes and stability and performance improvements. So, the big thing this DLC did... Now, find some moments from this trailer to kind of like pause at and talk about. Is, if I can find... So, we've got new attacks for some of the team members. We've got Rising Blue Dyna Soldier as a new attack for Dyna Xenon. We've got the Caliburn from G-Witch Season 2, which, as a reminder, SRWY only covered a portion of G-Witch Season 1. So, that's very interesting. And then Lelouch gets a new unit. I forget the name of it offhand, but he gets that. I think I have the English screenshot somewhere in the Discord. 1 second. Byakuya Gekikoe Sui. And he basically gets a big fuck you cannon. But additionally, we get new team attacks. So we've got Mazing Kaiser, Mazing Emperor, and Getter Arc. We've got the whole... Get the nice... what? Oh. Gotta figure out how to go... Skip back like a little bit. Without going like too far. Got the entire wing cast as a team attack. We've got Dyna Xenon plus Red 5. We've got Getter Arc and Jet Jaguar. And then we have Hayate and Messer from Macross Delta. And then we have Raiden and Combattler V. I don't know if that's all of them. I don't know if that counts for everything. I will note, I don't think we have a correct count or a correct idea of how many playable units we're dealing with. Because it's like, okay, Lelouch's new unit, the Caliburn, maybe Dyna Xenon Rising Blue, an OG protagonist that we'll talk about here in a second because it's relevant to another thing they announced. But yeah, and we don't know who the assist crew member is unless it's related again to the thing we'll talk about here in a second. No price or anything on this just yet, but it is out August 5th, i.e. Tuesday to Wednesday, basically. I would assume it's out Tuesday if you've picked up like a fancier edition of the game, because I think that's always been the case. I could be wrong. But yeah, we might not have like a full idea of how many of the units there are, because like Messer doesn't count as a new playable unit because Messer's already playable in the game. You actually have him as playable until spoilers, he dies. But yeah, this is Advanced Expansion Pack, and it's all of its new mission stuff, just kind of as an extra note from the stream. This is a post-game DLC, basically. It's a post-game campaign. basically the Advent and crew get sent back in time to a previous chapter and go on divergent events from there, which is how we get the Caliburn, presumably, instead of the rebuild Ariel. Messer lives instead of dying amongst who knows what else. But yeah, cool stuff all around. But the big news, SRWZ2, technically 2-1. They're calling decimation? Ruination, not decimation. Ruination. Original translation for it would be break the world. Is getting a remaster. So Z2's protagonist is going to be a part of the DLC, which is taking one of our pilot slots, or one of our new unit slots. But yeah, this is I think a first for them, really. They talked about in the stream how Z2 was the most popular choice in terms of survey results. I don't think it is sales, because I saw talk that like the Z series sold worse over time, so it's not the best-selling Z game. That would be the first Z game. But words. I lost my train of thought there for a second. The popularity of it has them wanting to do this. They're wanting to see how this goes. I'm assuming this is kind of like a testing ground for possible remasters in the future, because if I can pull this up real quick. Technically not that sad. There we go. Z2 was on PSP for anyone curious. Here is our series list, and I will zoom this out a little so that it's all on screen. As you see, it's a pretty deep list, but I'll take my tool out here and like make a few marks. Because if you'll notice, and I'll try to do this from memory. I think all of this Votom stuff, that's not that thick. Hang on. Let me bump that up some. There we go. So all of this Votom's material, I think, was at least in Super Robot Wars T. It might not be. It might be in like V and X, but these are in T. Zeta's been in some of the recent Gundam games. The same with Char's Counterattack. Wing has been, but I think it's only been like the Endless Waltz stuff, not this version of Wing. X, I don't think has been in a modern SRW game in a long time. Same with Turn A. Sea Destiny just showed back up for Y, I believe, because I don't think it was in VX or T. And that's kind of like what I'm looking at here in terms of what's shown up recently is the V forward stuff. 00 was in V. Don't know about the Ankuga stuff. Get Armageddon has basically been in every SRW game until Y of like the recent stuff. I don't know about that Mazinger Z. Don't know about that. Big O's shown up. They have Lelouch stuff. They have Code Geass stuff. But not necessarily movie stuff, but that's still material. Gurren Lagann was X. Same with that movie. And don't want to count that Eureka 7, I don't think. Yeah, no, think. So, like, some of this stuff has been popping up in recent SRW games, i.e., it lets them reuse assets and makes development of this remaster easier because they've already done the work and already gotten the rights for that sort of stuff. So that's why I think it's like part of that. I don't know what the look on Z1 is in terms of its series list. Yeah, it's a lot smaller, but the holes are a lot bigger, it looks like. Just glancing at this. So I think that's like part of the reason they want to try this out. I would be interesting to see, since Z is technically 3 games. It is like Z, Z2, and Z2.2. I am curious if they will possibly go maybe do one of these remasters for a Z game. If it does really well, they'll continue to develop them, but maybe they'll interchange it with a new game to be like, all right, here's Z2, but then like then it's a new Super Robot Wars game, and then maybe Z Original, then another new Super Robot Wars game. Basically, hand off doing these remasters with new games, being able to pass resources back and forth and people back and forth to kind of like keep Super Robot Wars up and relevant, and like having a lot of games out there without like straining assets and the like. Granted, that's just a thought. No time frame on release just yet. I would think with it being a remaster, we may not be far off on it, hopefully. Especially since don't normally talk about this, but their mobile game DD is entering its final chapter, i.e. they're probably winding down DD and probably going to be replacing it with a new SRW mobile game. I would assume, since they've been doing SRW mobile games like pretty regularly, like they'll have one for like several years and then it'll go down, replace it with a new one, watch, rinse, repeat. I'm curious if they're going to like wind down DD within the next couple years or so, bring out a new one, maybe time it with this, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all I had to talk about. And I had a feeling it's not quite to time. I will. Let me get. Oh, I forgot to start on my mic stuff. We'll do some guess the game puzzles while we wait. Oh. 1 second. There we go. Let me edit this transformation real quick. That is not as helpful as you think it'd be. So black and white, probably on a C with snow, or that's just a filter? And like transparent gray figure. Some type of CRT techie kind of effect on a screen? 89% Metacritic score? Switching PC. Wait. But Slay the Princess have something like that? That's where my brain's at the moment. Wait, is it? No. No, Slay the Princess is on more platforms. Think. Visual novel adventure. But that's Slay the princess. Fuck it. No. Shit. This year, I got nothing. Acrobatic Kitty Menjaco? I feel like it being an indie game is given, but I've never heard of this. Japanese indie game, indie studio. Schrodinger's Call? The hell is this? Okay, this is out there, but out there in a way that I'm like, yeah, this is like prime indie material. Apparently, you're a girl who's like hearing people's like last words and stuff. Like, it's strange, weird, and strange. But like, that's the kind of like weird and strange you can get on the indies. All right, where were we last off? I feel like I know this floor, but I can't place it. Wait, is this Rift Apart? Yeah. I was like, that's the first proper planet you visit. Yeah, there it is. It's okay, it's the floor from like the start of the game. That's why it like tickled the brain. Okay. I Rift Apart. It is a shame we will never get another one. Hi, Mario Kart 64. How you doing? It's just this is Mario Kart 64. If it's not Mario Kart 64 and it's the beach level, I'll be shocked. Okay, good. Moo Meadows, train level again. There's the beach level again. Moo Meadows. I'm old. Leave me alone. Rustic, like, warehouse or something? 79? I don't know. PS4, Xbox, Xbone, and PC. The bathroom? It's like war zones or like Call of Duty adjacent? Oh, it is just straight up Warzone. Okay. I was like, this is Call of Duty something. I'm just going to guess Warzone. That's kind of like very non-specific. What in the heck am I looking at? The dirt from a bird's eye perspective? Like, what is this? Okay, dirt from a bird's eye perspective. Okay. So top-down game, 87. Probably something Stardew Valley genre like? No? PC resources? No priority. My first thought went to Dwarf Fortress, but Dwarf Fortress looks nothing like this. Okay, construction management. So it's multiplayer, I think. I don't know. This is one of those genres where I just don't know enough. Early access 2014, 1.0 in 2018. So they've started putting that in the air at this point. Cool. I've got nothing. I've literally got nothing. Is this RimWorld? I feel like I've heard of RimWorld. Yeah, RimWorld. I feel like that name tickles the brain, but I could not place it. Oops, I didn't mean to hit the previous days button. Still got 15 minutes. River with leaves of feather on the older side, I guess, based off the graphics. Ah, I see. Hi, Banjo. Yeah. Hi, Banjo Kazooie. No? Fuck you. Fuck you. It's Conquer. It's goddamn Conquer. Ah! Goofed on by the fact that Banjo and Conquer are the same graphically. Damn you. A white table and a white brick wall. Exclamation points. Sign 66. So we're in like middling territory. Probably a stealth game of some kind, I would think. PS5 PC series. Wait. This is Payday 3. I wouldn't think it'd be 2, because that's too low for Payday 2. Yeah, okay. As soon as I was like, stealth games, like, wait a minute, I know those extra points from somewhere. I've played too much Payday 2 to not know that font. It's not really a font. That's Payday 3's UI there. Yeah, that would have gave it away. A very fancy looking stairwell. It's old. It's a house. 68 van with some sort of police logo. PS4, PC, Xbox One, gold. Lots of gold. What was our score? 68. Middling score. I want to say it's probably... I would think it'd be another heist game, just like Payday, but it could be. Action adventure. We got a little bit of UI there. Serve the gumbo. So we're in New Orleans, at least Louisiana in general. I was trying to think. It was like We would probably be set in Louisiana. I cannot think of a game that would be set in Louisiana at the moment. $26. Wait. Is this? It's a Mafia game. Think? Mafia 3? Yes, okay. I was like, wait. Wasn't there a Mafia game that nobody liked? Because it kind of ended up kind of crap. Because I was like, wait a minute, I know you. You're from the Mafia game that no one likes. I don't think it was like bad or anything. It was just kind of like middling at best. Door? Space door. Space door. Some Christmas lights. Oh. Hi, Guardians. That's Guardians of the Galaxy. Not that one. That one. Not the Telltale one. The other one. Yeah, because that's... I assume that's Inside Cole's ship. And that's... Yeah, that's at the space station. Start of the game. First level. Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling. Still got a few minutes. A church or just a kind of like an old building in general because there's some stained glass. Fighting game? 93% fighting. The Egyptian stage? And wait. Is this Wait, is this Soul Calibur 2? Is this 2 or... Okay, it is 2. I was like, what would I have a castle stained glass stage and then just a straight up Egyptian stage? And I'm like, Soul Calibur? Because it looked fighting game perspective? Yeah, okay. Oh, this is a GameCube version because there's Link. Even though the original part. Yep, well, that sounds right. Okay, yeah. Hi, Link. Yeah, this is all from the GameCube version because it's Link. Skybox? Sky? Afternoon? Black and white? Is it Pokemon Black? Okay. I was about to just stare at it and be like, don't you dare goof me by being black too, white too. So like a little bit UI there, I think, for a map. So medieval fantasy setting, probably. $63%? PS5. Is this High Guard? God damn it. I was like, wait, this feels generic enough. Is this High Guard? Alright, we probably got one more we can do before we need to settle in. Oh, did that one. That was Guild Wars. Desk. Candlestick. Quill and Inkwell. There's some UI elements. Underwater? Maybe? Or just in a dark area? 78. PS5, PC, Xbox Series. The enemy, kind of robotic-y. Is this wait, no. What? No. I'll throw it out there anyway. Liza P. No. Sounds like okay. I was right on that at least. What? Fuck, it's not Wukong. I don't know my souls. My souls, no. I have don't. I know that name. Why do I know that name? There's Life is Strange devs. What the fuck did they make a Souls like? Wait, 2 years ago, yes, but Banishers? Ghosts of what? When the fuck did this supposed to just flew under everybody's radars just to be like, oh yeah, they made a Souls like it, then nobody fucking cared. Okay. I was like, I don't. All right. Let me get stuff swapped back around. Yep. Yep. Pick the right one. All right. So we've got about 2 to 3 minutes left. I didn't really think about going over the clues, but I have no hard thoughts about any of the clues besides like, hey, they put one of the clues is like the Beast Wars opening, and then another one is like it's not technically the Jaws song, but it is like adjacent because it has the motif in it, and I'm like, something known for its music? Be like my only thought on that. I don't know anime that well. So it's hard for me to like throw guesses out there outside of like, well, they've done Toku stuff, and I really like their Toku stuff, so more Toku, please. More cool anime that I'll just be interested in just because you're doing it. Maybe some more dumb video game adaptations that we got as a TV series, because those are like decently common. Fortunately, some of them are not that good. There's a reason the Wheel of Adaptation is a whammy for TGSR, folks. Okay, funny enough, before the disco tape starts, I hear some thunder rolling in up, like ominous. Ominous. Thanks, weather. I appreciate that. I should have went and filled up my mug before we got going. Oh well, I'll deal with it. And if in case you're wondering, folks, yes, I have the stream up in the background for myself. No, you cannot hear it because I have the audio routed, so y'all don't hear it, but I hear it, so y'all get to enjoy the music while we do this. This also gives me a good, like, countdown to start the timer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We have adorable dogs doing adorable dog things, catching Blu-ray discs. I dig it. That is an adorable way to start this. One of them was Digimon. I didn't know what the other one was. One's Shin-chan. Yieldy Mega Man. I think that was Cutie Honey, I think. The one thing I'm probably terrible to pronounce. I don't know how to pronounce that one. I do like they always start their streams and stuff with like a nice little montage of like, look at all the stuff we do. With a nice little song. I don't know what the song is offhand. Also, we cannot play the trailers on stream either, so it but yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I was about to say, was that a new little slogan for these, or am I just imagining that? Because I know they clowned on Sony. 'Cause everyone clowned on Sony. Oh, starting with Lupin. Some sort of Lupin release. I wonder if it's a God, what's the cop's name? Why am I blanking on the cop's name? It looks like I guess his special of like the Lupin the Third specials that are like focused on each of the main cast. Two. Is it that, or is it like a... I know there's a Lupin v Lupin special. Zenigata and the two Lupins. Thank you. Thank you, Busuke. Starting with Lupin. But yeah, there's what they're talking about. Somebody had fun with all the warning labels and all that. All right, Toradora is up next. No trailer. Oh, they can't show a clip because YouTube be stupid. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's the release. More thievery. Old Lupin? Classic Lupin? Lupin the Third Part 2. I was about to say, that's an Adult Swim ass bumper. YouTube, why are you so bad? Oh god, 155 episodes. Jesus. All existing English dubs. I can only imagine the nightmare that went. Just a really nice all. Is that? I wonder if that gets you all the parts for Lupin through Discotek now. I think it does. I think they've done part 1. I know they do part 3. They've done part 3 onward, I believe. Oh, this is okay. It is. I see it with Discord chat. It's like, ah, yeah, it is. I was like, okay, cool. God, Discotek does really great. Just spine art, cover art. Don't say things like that. That makes me want to, like, rip into my spine arts. They apparently did a thing where I guess it's all like the Lupin TV shows. You can reverse the spine art to get a different member of the gang on the spine. And I'm like, ah, that's a thing I would want on the shelf. If I think the only Lupin shows I would want to pick up is the 4 and 5, I think. So those are the ones I watched. Yeah, part 4 I think was the first Lupin show I ran through. I really liked it. Watched part 5 afterwards. I think when it aired live. Then yeah, they've been doing these. They've been stopping their printing of the specials on their own and then doing these collections. So it's just consolidating them into like less, because there's like 20 of them. And instead of having like 20 boxes for these, it's like, here's just like 5, I think. I think they're 5 apiece. Storm rolled through. This is the stream for a bit. Getting a lot of rain, but we should be fine. Yeah, there's their story. They do good work. They do good shit. Give them your money. They deserve it. What's on the table? Oh my god, it's all Simple Gear. No! They put all the Simple Gear on the desk. Like, that's Sonic X. That's, oh, that's Monster. I can't tell what that is. Oh my god, they put all Simple Gear on the desk. Ugh. Sound out sister just like, Rescue Force? I'm like, don't add more Toku stuff that I have to figure out how to fucking do spine arts for. Don't. I already fell down that rabbit hole once this week. I haven't showed it on stream. Well, no, I did show it on stream. I showed it on stream Thursday. I will say this. I think Discotek really understands like how to do one of these showcases, and they're paced really well. Everything gets the right amount of time to talk about and showcase before they move on to other things. You don't feel overwhelmed by how much is there. It feels like it's all nicely paced, and you're like, oh, I can remember everything that happened. And it's nice and well informed too. But like, even if it's your first time, you get a nice introduction to who Discotek are and stuff. You, as someone who has to watch way too many video game industry presentations or industry showcases, this is like better than most of them. Like, this is better than hey, no, Spidey, how's it going? Well, we're watching the Discotek Otakon stream at the moment. That's up in the pinned comment up top if you want to throw it up in the side tab. I can't show it on stream because copyright. They have announced Lupin the Third, Xenogon into Two Lupins. They have announced Toradora, and they've announced Lupin the Third Part 2, which means you can get I mean, we the stream. Yeah. They did a new Lupin part came out, I think last year or year before. There's like a lot of Lupin. Oh god, hi Digimon Frontier. Oh fuck. I do appreciate that they're doing the dub opening. So we're getting Frontier from Discotek. I assume they would do the dub. They'll do that they usually do, where it's the dub first and then the original afterwards, due to timing cuts and all that stuff. I am surprised the opening got past the YouTube copyright bots. Again, I can't play the trailers on stream, but there's your PowerPoint slide panel from the stream. This year? Hey, no, sorry, guess what? They've released the original Digimon already. In both dubbed and original Japanese as separate releases, and they did Digimon the movie The Collection, which is basically the first three movies that got edited together into our Digimon the movie, and it's all in one package. And the original Japanese movies are dubbed by everyone they could bring together that wasn't retired or had passed away. So, like, this is just continuing your Digimon collection from Discotek. Oh, can they not? Can you not get them from, like, Media OCD and, like, internationally? I don't know if Media OCD ships internationally, since I know you're off in Europe somewhere. Also, I just noticed it's interesting that for the cover, it's Aldramon instead of a Gunimon. Usually they do the rookie, and this is more ultimate level, technically, but like armored spirit Digimon are weird, so meh. I mean, it's like all their other covers. It's fine. It does what it needs to do. Toei doesn't give them a lot of help on covers. There's a look at the cover, the reverse cover. And then the discs. Which, as usual, you'll notice that half of them are missing. I wonder why. That's because the other half of the main cast will be on the discs for the Japanese version. And then the humble brag, hey, look. I think Hulu has it. Also, God, they are like moving because there's, what is it? Jazz Squad, Cross Wars, Adventures, plural, and Ghost Game, and now Beat Break. They're a little under halfway through all the Digimon anime for Blu-ray releases. I have no idea what they're showing right now. Pawnee Pony Bash. I have no idea what this is. I am guessing some sort of comedy gag anime. Oh, what was it? So that's what they're talking about right now. Also, Discotek's like, I think, like the only company really doing SD Blu-rays, which is just, hey, the show's not like super high quality because material, basically. So we get to cram it all on a Blu-ray disc and like make it cheaper than it'd be if it was on DVD because it's less discs. I need to sit down and watch the new Avatar movie. Well, new Airbender movie. I will specify. I haven't done so yet. I think the one time I tried, Paramount's like, we don't want to cooperate. I'm like, well, fuck you too then. examples of the work they had to do, which look, when Discotek says they're doing a release, they're doing a release. They are translating all this shit. This looks like a nightmare. This would like trip me up. I'm just like, oh God, what? We are translating all how? And Tales of anime? I was about to say, that's a Tales of protagonist. Tales of the Venus, okay. I was like, that looks like a Tales of protagonist. When it started, I'm just like, there's a few Tales of anime. I keep forgetting that there's like several of those for some reason. Even though I watched Zesteria's anime adaptation way back when it first aired. Because I think this Zesteria, I think Symphonia has. I think it's those four at least. I could be wrong. But I can think of at least those four have gotten, like, an anime. I guess since we're at the half-hour mark, as a reminder, current time for me is down on the bottom left. The timer for how long the stream has been going for Discotek is down on the right. For syncing purposes, if you are watching along, pinned comment up top has the stream itself. Yeah, God, how long was Zesteria's? I think Zesteria was like 13. It had like half the runtime of this. It had half the runtime. It also did some changes because people complained about some stuff from original Zesteria, so they made some changes. And it's like, well, this kind of turned out maybe slightly better for it. Hard to say. I'm probably the last person to judge Zesteria's anime changes. Right. Oh, more hat labor? As soon as he said labor, I was like, there's several Tales of anime, actually. It's one of those things of like, you wouldn't really notice it because it doesn't get that much anime, but there's like several. Granted, I can't talk too much. I didn't know there was a Fatal Frame live action movie out of Japan until Discotek did a Blu-ray of it, and I'm like, the fuck you mean there's a Fatal Frame live action movie? So hot off the other Pat Labor release they've done recently. It's Pat Labor. I think this is the original series. Because they did Pat Labor the OVA first, and now they have the original series. But yeah, I think like video game adaptations into anime are like a little bit more common. I didn't know there was a Power Stone anime until I was watching a Power Stone perspective yesterday. And it's like, oh, there's a Power Stone anime. And I'm like, what? When? Why? How? Of all things, Power Stone? Like right when it came out too? Because Capcom had that much faith in Power Stone off the bat? More Pat Labor? Do they just have all the Pat Labor now? Do they just get the rights to do all the Pat Labor? One second, I had to refresh the page itself. It's eyes. Hang on. Have to go through the thread. Yeah, Pat Labor new files. Which that might be all of Pat Labor? I don't know. It's a lot of Pat Labor. I will be honest, they even though I feel like yeah. Okay, we should be fine. Yeah, we're back. Everything went down for a hot second. Also, hey, more Pat Labor. It's Pat Labor the movies. Good lord. I guess they just got the license to all of Pat Labor. Like, all right, Pat Labor, this anime. Basically, cops with a giant robot handling other people using giant working robots for crime stuff. Probably it's probably popped up somewhere on the internet. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm just going, hey, go buy from Medio CD. It's basically our home storefront. I do love that they're like, well, one of the major storefronts that we was not doing good by us anymore. So we went elsewhere and revamped our storefront. And I'm like, not gonna like throw Crunchyroll under the bus, but we all know who you're talking about. How nice of them to be like, to not name them, but also make it very clear who we're talking about. Ooh. Two more deep dive months. I wonder if that number sounds accurate. They said they have over 300 releases available, close to 400. That sounds right. I'd have to check my numbers, but yeah. What? Hi, Big O. Oh, shit. They got Big O. It's the Super Robot Show that looks like Batman the Animated Series. Because I think it's technically the same studio that animated it. I assume this would include the dub. You know, I think I forgot to say this at some point. Like, I forgot to, like, do a spiel about, like, hey, this is an old Toonami. This was made for Toonami. So if you are a Toonami person or know your Toonami, this was one of the shows made for Toonami. Yeah, there. Yeah, I forgot to do the spiel of, like, expectations of, if I come away with one new thing to be interested in, that's enough for any of these showcases, because you can't be expected to be interested in everything that any of these showcases are going to be showing off and stuff. But the Discotek over here being like, no, I probably bookmarked like half the shit they've been showing so far. Jesus. Oh, so both season 1 and 2. Nice. Yeah, when you said Immortals of Avium, I'm like, why do I know that game? Oh, that boring ass fucking game that came out of I think EA made that. I think that came out of EA. Unless I'm wrong. It came out of one of the major folks. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that came out of one of the major folks. It's like, this is kind of bleh. Like, way too long and way too much money and didn't come out well. That sounds far too common. Don't think I've heard of that. Oh, okay. That makes okay. I understand now. Because I know Papers, Please. I haven't played it, but I've seen enough of it. Oh, hi, Digimon the Movie Collection 3. So since they're like, hey, here's Frontier, by the way, here's Movie Collection 3 now. So we got movie 7, which is a Frontier movie. Are they just gonna throw Savers movies in here? Because I don't think there might be one more Frontier movie, I think. I don't think that's in Movie Collection 2. I'm not as familiar with the Digimon movies. Yep, there's a there's a Savers movie or Data Squad movie, depending on which one you want to talk about. They don't have many more of these left. Oh, actually, they don't have any of these left, I think, unless... Are they gonna sneak in X Antibody? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. They did X Antibody, or X Evolution. Oh, shit. We have never gotten X Evolution in English. So yeah, there's the Frontier movie, there's the One Sabers movie, and X Evolution. Okay, that has been it's there for 20 years, but still. That's like the big requested one. Because that's your X Antibody movie. That's where all the your X Antibody forms and stuff come from, or sourced from at least, is this original movie. This also might be where Alphamon's originally from. Could be wrong on that, but it's basically what we're talking about. So no dub on the Savers movie and no dub for X Evolution. They tried, but they can't. That's fair. Discotek's not like a large company anyway, so I wouldn't expect like everything, but they still do so much work. It's worth it. I am just watching people lose their mind in a Discord chat I'm in over these reveals. Which, fair, like this is like just like, oh yeah, no, we clean slated for this, and like we came out swinging. Oh, hey, Super One, finally. I was wondering when we get the Tokusatsu releases. So that's our last Showa era series, which just leaves Z-Cross. And then we will have the entirety of the Showa era on Blu-ray with an English sub, or with an official English sub. That's fucking nuts. And most of it is from Discotek. Because... oh, actually, no, they wouldn't complete it. We're still missing the original series. Fuck. I keep forgetting. We don't have the original series on Blu-ray or anything. We have it streaming now on YouTube instead of on Shout's stuff for whatever godforsaken reason, but that's at least all of the Showa era available. If we can get Z-Cross, which... Oof. Granted, if they show far more near to my heart, you might hear me scream. Yeah, there's Super One. For those curious, he's a Shaolin monk with tassels on his gauntlets. Don't worry. Don't ask. Don't worry about it. God. Discotek, really the best at it. Yeah, that is all their releases. You have to take Black RX, put them over here for chronological order, but this is the order they've released them. But yeah, if we could just get the original series, please. Look, if Shout doesn't, granted, it seems like Shout doesn't have the license anymore. The fucking let Discotek put Shout's work out. They are Shout went Discotek went out of their way to make sure their V3 release lined up subtitle wise to the original series release that Shout did. Discotek went out of their way to make sure that if you watch the original series from Shout's release of it, you could go into V3 and everything would be consistent. Discotek didn't have to do that. They fucking did anyway. Just give them, like, the ability to do the original series, all 98 episodes on a fucking Blu-ray, for fuck's sakes, please. Especially because we are Zekross and the original series away from having the entire Showa era. Literally the entire Showa era, because Media Blasters have already done Shinzen O&J in one set. And that's available. You can just grab that and you have like the last the last part of the Showa era. It's please. Who do I have to yell at and be like, look, money, here, do, thing. Why is this so complicated? But it is nice to just be like, hey, another Rider release. I wonder if they're just going to throw another Metal Hero release at us. Be like, here's another Metal Hero. to chip away at that. So they almost have all the Metal Heroes released on Blu-ray. God. Okay, release of what? Oh. So they're doing memories on 4K. whatever this is. I don't know this. Like I said, I don't know anime that well. So there's the cover, reverse cover, disc art. And then there's all the 4K releases they've done. Then that's the stuff they most recently released. Yeah, Discotek loves to just grab things that have been out of print for an eternity or just non-existent and just throw them out there for folks who didn't get them before. So this is everything dated for 25th, so Tamer Season 3. All right, Devil's Bite, you have a good night. Season 1, Monster, Skyrider. Yeah, this is... okay. So in October, Frontier dub, Big O, Third Part 2, Toradora, Aurora, Penguin Drum, Super 1, plus 3. Oh, God. 3 they haven't talked about yet. Oh, no. Oh, all these are going up for pre-order tonight. Oh, boy. Oh. I'm scared to go pop over to BDOCD's website real quick and be like, all right, what have you snuck onto the store while no one was looking? Uh-oh. 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 I think the website broke. Oh, no. Pizza? Oh! Oh, fuck! Hi, Samurai Pizza Cats! Oh, okay, cool. Hi, Samurai Pizza Cats. They did it as they must have sneak. God, I think I need to update the logic on my Discotek checklist or Discotek sheet to for anything that's like got an updated version or a updated release, like their previous one doesn't technically count as out of print, or it counts in like a subcategory of out of print of just like out of print, but replaced, basically, or redundant. That might be this next week kind of thing. Oh my god. Samurai Pizza Cats in HD remastered. Well, I sneaked the peek. I think our last three are Outlanders, New Female Scorpion, and Roswell Conspiracies, Alien, This is Legends. So I guess they're announcing those three since they just went up for pre-order. Oh, they remastered the dub as well. Nice. Oh, separate release the Japanese version. Okay. Oh. All right then. No, don't you dare put that in there. Ah. People that work there are my age. Only my age would make jokes about the fucking N-Gage. Infinite reveals something else from Sunrise. This is certainly an anime opening. This is the most I can say at the moment. This is certainly an anime opening. I'll probably have to, like, get me a drink once we're done. I'm probably gonna... I've been talking a lot the last 2 hours. Survival shots. All right. I may or may not have to sneak off. Auto release and like let's grab a Coke real quick. Oh. Now I understand why someone in the Discord chat was just like, oh, this is Gundam Seed. If it was made in the 90s, it's like, the Gundam Seed, folks. All right, next up, Argento Soma? I do not know what this is. This is certainly something. I'm sensing a theme of shows that are allegories for other things. Let's speed up the stream a little bit because I think I'm behind because of the disconnects we've gotten. Doing Neon Knights releases. Believe this is Female Prisoner Scorpion that I think just went up on Media City's site. Since I grabbed that, apparently before the site crashed. They may or may not have had an influx of people the second they said things were going up for pre-order right that moment. Because it was not cooperating when I was trying to get to just the Discotek page, and then apparently the site itself just went. Reboot of the original movie of this. Okay. First time on Blu-ray anywhere. Totally giving them some license to kind of do stuff like that. Because Skyrider was the first on Blu-ray anywhere. It was not Blu-ray in Japan before. I guess they're giving them leeway on that kind of stuff. Got the food fail music from Breath of the Wild. Other Neon Knights release, I guess. That's not it yet. Another new female prisoner Scorpion. I guess this is just a series. Well, they said it was like a series, but I didn't expect there was a series of the newer ones. It's a sequel, but we weren't trying to make a sequel, so there's continuity gaps. Good. I can only imagine them being like, oh, it's nice to have a simple thing to have to work on. I'm like, you know, the work you do. It's just like, oh, it's nice to have something simple every now and again. Oh, so this is the conspiracies thing that I saw on there, which I think that just leaves one. Let me look again, because my screen captain sent it to a Discord chat. Yeah, Outlanders is... I guess Outlanders is last if they're not. This looks like the same team that did that Calamity Jane show that they've also done. This also just looks like something that would have aired on one of your blocks back in the day, or one of your afternoon blocks. Oh, good. Good. A nightmare figuring out what order this fucking show goes in. Oh, that sounds fun to deal with. I'm sorry, this thing's on streaming? Where? Of all things to just dump on a streaming service, this thing? Okay. Who? Who and where? I am morbidly interested in this show now, just to be like, this is on streaming? Who has the rights to this? Oh, this. Oh my god, it's a Fox Kids things. I was about to say, yeah, you know what? Fox Kids sounds right. Fox Kids. This looks like a Fox Kids show. Surprisingly enough, this looks like the kind of show they would have in their blog. Oh. Oh, never a complete DVD as well. The fucking. That would drive me up the wall. Guess I have work to do after stream, updating the list. That sounds accurate. Just like if an alien princess saves you, you just agree. You do not argue with the lady with the sword. So last up is Outlanders. This, like I said earlier, this Roswell and that first Prisoner Scorpion movie or what we're already on Discotek for pre-order. So no additional token releases, unfortunately, but maybe they're cooking on them because they talked about how those take a while. So maybe they just got them cooking for a little bit. They've released a lot of them in the last few months, so maybe they're just gonna like let them cook for a bit and then get them out the door. Oh, 2 different English dubs. 1 second. Someone asked about. Oh, damn it. And then they put the updated one out, just as I put the one from earlier in. Oh, oops, I. Well, I didn't mean to stop the timer, but that we're at the end of the stream anyway. I was typing at the moment. All right. Discotek stream is finally over. My voice is a bit shot. So I'm going to take this opportunity to take a break. I'm going to get up, walk around, definitely get me a drink, and I will be back, folks. All right, I'm back. I was going to boot up Halo. I saw somebody booted up Halo. It might, fortunately, mine has to do workshop updates. It should be done here in a minute. So. Hello.
Hello.
I had to get a drink since I was talking for like 2 hours. Unfortunately, only one Toku release.
Well,
but it's Super 1, so it's more of the show. But we are down to a physical release of the original series and Zekross, which is a TV special. That's it. Like, there's more Metal Hero stuff they could do, but like, that is how close we are to the entire Showa era on physical Blu-ray in English. That's I still cannot believe we are that close to having an entire era of Rider. Unfortunately, it's the era of Rider no one wants to talk about because no one wants to go watch it because it's old.
I mean, at least in Ichigo's case, that's kind of where we ended up sitting on that too.
And Black, because we also watched Black.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it, but also look at all of it. When just just a few short years ago, the proposition of Rider officially released in any capacity was like, nah, that'll never happen. And here we have one company basically like going, all right, here's most of an era. Also, here's an entire other franchise of Toku from Toei. Like on nice, high quality Blu-ray releases with bonus features and stuff. Like the work.
Well, I mean, even outside of that, the simple fact that we're getting Zet's simulcast kind of says a lot too.
Yeah. Again, it was not long ago that like this entire proposition was like, nah, that'll never happen. It's like every time it's like we get a new thing, it's at least progress, even if it sometimes it's a little bit negative progress because they're like, hey, original series is not on the Shout stuff anymore, but it's on YouTube until April of next year, and they'll take it now. But I'm like, at least it's there. Halo? Did you? Oh my god, did you lock up again? Are you really gonna repeat this?
Probably. Also, side stream.
Oh, right. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. I was like, not have Halo captured? No, I did. Okay.
What?
What? What do you mean attempt to fail? Join failed. Why?
Okay.
Joining? 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 Joining! Joined!
That was weird.
Indeed. Also, you can tell how excited people are for just what went up on Discotek because they crashed their site. Or folks crashed their site trying to get in pre-orders for new stuff that they dropped. Which includes Super 1. And I'm like, I guess this is what happens when, like, the Crunchyroll decides to nuke their storefront and not cooperate anymore. I should be good.
It should be also.
All right, I will take the stream now. We'll be right back with Halo here in a second, folks.